We are on the precipice of the next era of blockchain gaming, one that is being produced with Unreal Engine and by AAA gaming studios. These studios are going to usher in highly immersive, very fun gaming that is built on the blockchain. This is an improvement over the current generation, and I'm going to tell you all about that in this video. The biggest difference between this current era of gaming and the next for blockchain games is that the next era will be built using Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine 5 is the gaming engine that is used for making these beautiful graphics and developing these beautiful worlds. And these AAA gaming studios are using Unreal Engine, and you can be sure that NFTs are going to look like this. They're going to be highly immersive. They're going to feel like you can almost feel them, touch them in the real world, this lighting, all this stuff. The NFTs in these video games are going to be rendered in this way. It's going to be such an improvement over just the 2D profile pictures that we're used to seeing and associate with NFTs. Off the Grid is being developed by a AAA gaming studio. They are building on the blockchain. It's supposed to be a new take on the Battle Royale game style. So Battle Royale was brought in by Fortnite and popularized by Fortnite. And so this is like the cyberpunk version, but they're making it so that there's character and storyline progression in this video game. And as you can see, this is being built by it's being built on Unreal Engine 5, and it's going to be built on the blockchain. There are going to be in-game items that are represented as NFTs, and that users are going to be able to trade back and forth with each other in the off-the-grid marketplace. Shrapnel is being built by Neon Machines. It's being built on the blockchain and by using Unreal Engine 5. It's a first-person shooter, as you can see, but Neon Machines is taking a unique approach with user-generated content. So creators can build maps that can be played on and used in the game, and then also vanity items that don't improve the player's skill, but that just give you an aesthetic and allow you to further customize your identity. So this is a unique way to utilize the blockchain. These maps and these vanity items are going to be represented as NFTs. The creators are going to earn, it's going to be a monetization method for creators. So it's a totally new way to play and earn. And it's interesting because this game can totally evolve in terms of the content and the maps that people are playing on and without the intervention of Neon Machines, the original creator of it. This is an example of how a game and its intellectual property can evolve over time and be community-led as opposed to just a storyline that's top-down. Star Atlas is another game. It's a massive multiplayer online game, and where people can choose between 3 different factions. There's like an alien, a robot, and a human type faction. So there's 3 different things. And Star Atlas has already launched an NFT marketplace right here, where you can go in and start buying in-game items like ships, resources, and more. And you can see that they have different levels of rarity. Illuvium is another game that is being built on Unreal Engine. It looks similar to me like Axie Infinity in terms of creatures fighting each other and it being turn-based, although it's just going to be much more immersive. It's being built by a talented studio of game developers, and it's being built on Unreal Engine 5, so everything looks beautiful. So I think that you get the picture that this next era of blockchain gaming is going to be more immersive. It's going to be built by better game developers and studios, and that these NFTs are going to be 3D and beautifully rendered through Unreal Engine 5, although it doesn't only have to be 3D games. And the last thing I want to talk about the next generation of blockchain gaming is something called free-to-own. This is a new business model we've seen within blockchain gaming. So far, we've seen play-to-earn, and we talked in the last video about the problems with play-to-earn, that usually gamers will have to purchase NFTs up front in order to access that game. What free to own does is actually flip that on its head. The game developers create all the IP around the game. They create the Genesis NFTs that are required to access that game. And then instead of requiring a purchase, they actually allow you to mint these NFTs for free. And so they're essentially giving ownership away of part of the game or part of the game's IP to the community, to an interested group of early adopters, the early player community, before the game is released. So Digidaiku is an example of this, or there's a game called Limit Break, which is going to utilize Digidaiku NFTs. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. This is not really my style of game, I can already tell. But these are the Digidaikus. You can see that they're selling for tens of thousands of dollars. And there's a lot of hype around this game, even though the game has not been released yet, although this NFT drop has already happened. So 2022 of these NFTs have been minted, and this is a very interesting new business model because they've given everything away for free, but there's still going to be other ways for them to monetize on things. So let's talk about the future of blockchain game monetization. First of all, blockchain game developers can embed royalties into each of these NFTs. So while they can give NFTs away for free, maybe as these NFTs level up or become rare or famous in some way, anytime that NFT is traded from player to player, they get a percentage of that transaction. The second way is that they could always upsell to people and create premium NFTs, whether that's just vanity or it conveys real utility in the game in the future. So as this game gets popular, they can upsell with premium NFTs. Now let's talk about the game getting popular. What they've done by giving away these NFTs is now this player community, 2022 people, have partial ownership in the game. And so they're incentivized for this game to become more popular, because as the game becomes more popular, their NFTs are going to increase in price, and so they're going to experience a capital gain on the game. And so now Limit Break and its developers have seeded a decentralized community of game evangelists and potentially a decentralized marketing team. All of the holders of these NFTs are incentivized for the game to succeed. And so they'll tweet, they'll write blog posts about it, they'll create tutorials in order for that to happen.